Hey, what's up? This is King Vox, and today I want to talk to you guys about something that I feel a lot of people don't take into consideration when choosing a class. This video is not going to be too long, hopefully, but I guess kind of want to try to explain to the newer players and some old players alike. Okay, so when you're playing classes like Warrior, you know, that's up front and in your face at certain times or whatever, but not always, you know. And I made a video about the roles of classes and stuff like that, but that was more based on, like, you know, finding what your niche is and purely you know, sieges and stuff like that, and how to make yourself viable, you know. And this is something that I see a lot. I see people that play multiple classes or whatever, that play multiple classes the same exact way. So you guys have to take in the mechanic of the class that you're playing. You know, if you're playing a Valk, take advantage of your shield blocking, take advantage of positioning. Positioning is such a major part of everything, and you know, as far as grinding and PvP, you know, position can mean the difference between you being able to grind something that you normally can't to you being able to wreck a whole area, you know. So to keep that in mind, you know, be aware of the mobility that your class has. Really take the time or whatever to learn your skills and learn what your class does. Learn what skills stiffing, learn what skills stun, learn what skills float, and learn what skills knock down, because you can, those don't have a diminishing return shared with each other. What I mean by that is you could stiffen somebody, and then you can float them, and then you can knock them down as soon as they get back up. Like situations like that. That may not be 100% true on the whole float and knock them down or whatever, but you kind of get what I'm saying. You can juggle these stuns, and this is how you're going to be successful in PvP, no matter what class you are. A lot of classes have skills that do a lot of these things, and that's the difference when you see, when I watch North American streams and stuff like that, I see people from, you know, the EU or you know, America streaming. They just purely just fucking blind Korean charge into everything, and they rely on nothing but their gear. And you know, this game makes it feel that you can do that 100% of the time or whatever, but what separates a good player from a great player is knowing the difference and understanding your class. Now, I know this may be common sense for a lot of people out there, but to tell you the truth, guys, this is something that probably doesn't even come into mind with people. And some people feel that, oh, I don't have to learn how to play my class to that extent until I get geared to a certain point. You don't have to wait till 500 or 470, 480 gear score or whatever to start keeping this stuff in mind. You know, start gymming your gear and stuff like that. Once you get over about 230 DP, you're safe to gym your gear or whatever without worrying about dying from mobs or whatever, unless you're not paying attention. You know, PvP, that's a whole different subject, but you won't lose your gems from being PK'd, you know what I mean? Unless you go red, then you have a chance of losing your gems and stuff like that. But other than that, once you hit about, like, you know, matter of fact, 220 DP, you can kind of navigate to a point or whatever where, you know, you can manage with your class. Another thing is, guys, stop going off of generalized information or whatever about how your class needs to be played and stuff like that, you know? Like, maybe you want to play a different way, or, you know, you want to play, you know, what you want to play to your strengths, you know what I mean? And there's strengths that certain classes have, which is what I'm telling you, to learn those strengths. But there's also certain strengths that other individuals have, you know, and take this in mind when it comes to choosing a class as well. If you have a really nasty habit of being right up in someone's face, you know what I mean? So like what I'm telling you guys, when I played Warrior, and then from Warrior, when I switched over to something like DK or a class that's supposed to, like, you know, really kite and things like that, you know, I didn't know how to play those classes. I would get wrecked and stuff on ninjas because I was treating them like warriors. And that's like one of the main problems. We kind of go into every class treating it the same. The only thing we learn is what skills do a crap load of damage and what skills, you know, feel like crap and stuff like that, but we never take into consideration what that skill has to offer you utility wise. So guys, just keep that in mind, and I hope you guys get the gist of this video and understand what I'm trying to tell you. If not, I probably will go farther in depth with this or whatever for classes in Pacific and stuff like that I personally know, but I wanted to just get this out there, whatever, to maybe like open some players' eyes and stuff like that. If maybe, you know, you just like, this is it is kind of common sense knowledge or whatever, but like I said, a lot of us get dragged into the whole straightforward play or whatever based on our gear and stuff like that. And in this game you can do that because gear is so powerful. But I'm trying to help you guys be great, not just good. Have a blessed day. This has been King Vox, and I'm outie. Make sure to ring that notification bell, because if you don't ring the notification bell, well, you're not a notification squad, and everybody wants to be a part of that squad.